Hi, and we're back at Busted, and we're in North Hollywood, just south of the NoHo Arts District at Camarillo and Lancashire. Oh, this is near where I buy Madison. I'm here with my features for the evening, our special guests Katya Duft and Brandon Burkhart, and I want to thank you all for being here. We got to discuss a lot of cool topics like the crosswalks and Hollywood and Highland, which is always Halloween, it seems like.
Yes.
And Katya, I know you showed up here last week in a Halloween costume.
Yes, 1 week earlier.
But that's nice. I'm sure Boyle Heights had enjoyed watching you walk around, and you were dressed as a flapper, is that right?
Yes, yes.
Oh, I see.
I entertained some construction workers when I was at the street.
That's awesome. Well, you know, they probably appreciated that, though, you know, after a long day's work.
Right.
And did you dress up for Halloween also, Brandon?
Yes, I was Kurt Cobain.
Oh, cool.
Too soon.
Did you did you take public transportation, or did you?
I took Uber.
Oh, okay.
It's almost public.
At least it's safer than driving and partying.
I was walking down the street downtown, and someone yelled out the window, "Hanson!" Now, if Kurt Cobain had been called Hanson, he would have killed himself all over again. That would not have been cool.
Yeah, I dressed up as Howard Stern / Joey Ramone.
It's
And,
versatile.
I was going to Echo Park, and I was catching the bus with my friend Brad across from the In-N-Out Burger on Sunset at Orange, across from Hollywood High School.
That's where I got arrested.
Oh, really?
It's a memorable place for me.
So
Another story.
this homeless guy who's dressed up as a biker with like the jacket and the patch and the headband, and maybe he was a biker that just happened to be homeless on Halloween. But he walks up to me and goes, "Hey, Howard Stern, love it, yeah!" And he wants me to do an elbow tap. So I said to him, "Actually, I'm Joey Ramone," because my goal was to tell everyone that thought I was Howard that I was Joey, and anyone that called me Joey, I'd call Howard.
Yeah.
And so I go, "Actually, I'm Joey Ramone." He goes, "Hey, Joey Ramone, I love it!" And he wants the elbow tap again. So I go, "Thank you." And then he walks up to me with a can of Budweiser and a rolled, maybe a joint. And he says, "Hey, want to have a beer and a joint with a real Hollywood biker?" And I said, "Oh, no, thank you," because I just didn't want to share my beer with him, because I was going to get beer, and I was already high, so I didn't need to smoke his joint. And so then he goes, "Got $1?" And I'm like, "No." He goes, "Oh, come on, Howard, Joey, got $1?" I'm like, "No, I don't have $1." He's like, "Come on, Joey Howard, you got to have $1." I'm like, "Dude, I have no money. I'm getting on the bus." So he stares at me. He says, "Don't fuck with me." And he stares at me a little bit longer, and then he says, "You know what? Suck my white dick." And then he ran away, like behind the International House of Pancakes.
Nice.
And then all of a sudden he jumps back out as more costume people started crossing the street. He's like, "Hey, Elsie the princess! Hey, give me one of these." But it was nuts. That whole bus ride was crazy. Did you ride the bus in your flapper outfit on Halloween?
Just part of the way here when I showed up, on the wrong day.
Yep.
Yep. And I was wearing heels, and I was all dressed up, and then I show up, and it's the wrong Friday.
I felt so bad.
It's okay, it's not your fault.
I just love that we're waiting for the bus with our socks on and a plugged-in microphone. It's totally natural.
Oh, that's right. Our socks are showing. They said they weren't going to show those.
It's very clean in North Hollywood.
I knew it would
Who
be
choose?
socks. I would have got a cleaner sidewalk. Then I would have thrown a mat down for us or something. They changed the foot etiquette
Someone bugged our
in the time
shoes.
between when I took my photos and we showed up for the shoot. But I'll be conscious of that for the next one. I'll lay out some like yoga mats or something for us. And
Stop running your nails.
but
I would be scared to walk inside.
yeah, it's funny where your story took place at Hollywood and Highland.
Yeah.
That is actually where I first landed in Hollywood. I lived behind the Chinese Theater on Orchid, and when I used to wait for the bus, when I was first all wide-eyed and living here, I used to always imagine my star would go right on that location, right next to Jerry Lewis's.
Yeah. I've seen people that there's some blank stars. People will write their name in like a
Yeah.
marker.
Do you have
It's official.
Do you have a target star location?
Target star. No. Well, I'll take what I can get.
How about you, Katya?
No, I've never thought about it. That'd be nice, but no.
Maybe at the 780 by Hollywood and Vine.
Why not?
Nice location.
Okay.
It's like,
That's a fact.
but yeah, it was always weird though there, like, because it seems like people are always in costumes and always on the platform. There's always crazy stuff happening there.
Yeah.
I mean, there's definitely a lot of busted stories I've heard that take place in either above ground at the platform there or below ground at the platform.
It's a
there.
vortex of madness.
Yeah.
And so, like, I was talking about the crosswalk issue before, and I know that myself. I have crosswalk rage literally every single day now.
Yeah.
You know, someone makes a quick right turn without paying attention to us,
Yeah.
or they a lot of the time what they'll do is they'll kind of wave or nod like, "Hey, it's okay now because I smiled at you." And really, it's not okay unless you're super hot. But other than that, it really, like if you're super hot, you wave and you add me on Facebook and like my Twitter, then it's okay. At Busted Los Angeles, or at Busted LA, I should get that right. But I'll freak out. Like I'll sit there and I'll literally scream at them. I'll point at the flashing lights. I'll be like, "Look, that crosswalk is mine. That's my time." And I even threw a coffee once at a car that sped through that would have just plowed right through. It would have killed me if I walked through and I saw it going. And I just got so mad. I just, chucked it like Tom Brady,
I almost got into a fight because of a crosswalk incident, but I was saved by the inability for the guy to park. I was downtown, like in the morning rush hour, and I was walking. I had the clear walk sign, and this guy's his car. He just kept crawling into the crosswalk, and he almost hit my legs.
Yeah.
Like he just kept going. He wasn't braking. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah.
And I'm like, F you, mother effer. And he's like, F you, F you. And then I'm like, watch where you're going, bitch. I probably shouldn't call him a bitch because that was a little too insulting.
Fighting
but I was
words.
so mad. And he was like, that's it, we're going to fight. He's like, I'm going to pull over and we're going to fight. And I'm like, then I was like, okay, I don't want to fight. So I just kept saying, have a good day, sir. Have a good day. And I'm walking up Grant, and he's slowly following me in his car, yelling at me like I'm gonna get out and fight you. We're gonna fight, and I just kept saying, "Good day, sir.
As soon as you
good
could
day,
find
sir."
parking.
And he's looking for somewhere to pull over, and there's no parking because he's downtown. He's looking and going slow. For like 2 blocks, he's following me. Finally, I got to the subway and just went down, and like he never got to
He
me.
was like, "Curses!"
He couldn't put his car anywhere.
That's so funny.
Was saved.
He didn't want to pay the $10.
didn't want
It
to-
wasn't worth it.
It was all red curbs. He would have gotten towed. It's too
That's
dangerous.
hilarious. It's the crosswalks. It's interesting. I was looking up some stats today on the Department of Transportation, it was the United States Department of Transportation, and the typical motorist in a pedestrian vehicle collision in a crosswalk is a male between the ages of 21 and 25, not speeding, not drinking. Just when people drive slower, they're more apt to pull out their cell phones and start tooling around, or in Hollywood, I guess maybe looking at their sides that they have to audition for later that day. But it's really serious because when someone gets hit by a vehicle, you're going to the hospital. That's a weapon. That's what my dad taught me when I was 16 when we were imagining I was going to get a driver's license. He said, "Scott, remember, that Country Squire station wagon is a weapon, and I don't want you drag racing in it." And never made it to the drag racing stage, and I didn't get my license till I was 19. The car was already done by then. But, I think that if people start getting fined and it starts coming out of their wallet and they lose their cars, or their insurance goes up because they get points on it, or they lose their license, that will lead to the gradual drop in pedestrian vehicle collisions. The same way with DUIs. When they started enforcing it, it became less prevalent. Do you have any thoughts, either of you, on on vehicle, pedestrian.
Oh, you mean about jaywalking?
Yeah, jaywalking or just failure to yield when it's our time to cross the street.
Oh, you mean if there should be a fine, if there should be some kind of punishment?
Yeah, do you have any feelings towards it?
Well, I think people should be looking where they go.
Yeah.
And yeah, there should be some kind of law that you, I don't know, take a picture of a license plate and text it to the police and this person gets in trouble, because this happened to me many times.
Yeah.
You know how you can turn right against red, so
Sure.
people never look. I always see girls doing makeup in the car or on their phone, and people just looking over your head. Yeah, it happens all the time. You always have to pay attention. Yep, there should be some kind of responsibility.
Absolutely. So anyway, before we go today, I want to thank my features again today. Brandon Burkhart, you got any upcoming shows that you want to plug for the month of November?
Not really.
And Katya, she's going to be at Busted in Highland Park on November 12th.
And in Santa Monica on November
15th. And
yes.
November 12th, we're going to be underneath the Chicken Boy statue,
Yes.
which will be really awesome. I love Future Studio Gallery. So anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching Busted this week. My name is Scott Schultz, and I'm your host and producer. You can find us on the web at bustedlosangeles.com. You can reach us on Twitter at BustedLA, Instagram at BustedLosAngeles. You can write in bustedlosangeles@gmail.com, and we're also on YouTube and Facebook under Busted Los Angeles. I want to thank Eddie Solis and his band It's Casual for providing our theme song, The Red Line, and I also want to thank Nolan and Lewis here at Dromebox Studios for providing us this awesome place to perform the show. So thank you for joining us once again. May all your commutes be as enjoyable as the Gold Line, and for all you motorists, please respect the crosswalks. Thank you and have a wonderful evening. Hey,
The red light! The red light! The red light! The red light! The 210, the 605, the freeways are not so nice. The I-5, the I-10, the freeways are not so